few miles southeast of the Gulf of Papua lies Port Moresby, the administrative and commercial capital of the combined territories of Papua and New Guinea. Within this Australian Trust territory dwell 2 million native people, most of whom have been jungle dwellers since the beginning of recorded time. To these people, Port Moresby means civilization, administration, and medical aid to help them in their never-ending fight against malnutrition, disease, and superstition. On Ela Beach at Port Moresby, the Australian Red Cross has its divisional headquarters. It is here that requests for help pour in from the innermost depths of the territory. Urgently needed bandages, toilet articles, clothing and food are packed and dispatched to hospitals in the Highlands and Sepik districts. These and other comforts must be carried to their destination through steaming rainforests, across crocodile-infested swamps and rivers, and over rugged mountain ranges gashed with gorges and stupendous waterfalls, for transportation is a major problem. And even though roads are being built, improved and extended by the most modern methods, many areas still remain inaccessible. There are no railways in the territory, and with the exception of the Fly and Sepik rivers, which are navigable for several hundred miles to ships of moderate size, the inland waterways of Papua and New Guinea can be used only by canoes and small riverboats. Although there are many indentations around the coasts of the mainland and larger islands, there are few deep water harbours suitable for shipping. And so, air transport is the one vital link, the lifeline of this vast, impenetrable land. From the air terminal at Port Moresby, built in 1941, packages and boxes bearing the familiar Red Cross are flown high above the rivers and rainforests to small hospitals and mission stations built in the very heart of the most rugged terrain. Just as the medical supplies are ferried out, so blood samples are flown in to the Red Cross at Port Moresby and are swiftly on their way by car to divisional headquarters. Here at Ela Beach, vital research is carried out by the laboratory section of the Red Cross Blood Transfusion Service. Investigation work into blood groups and blood disorders is carried out by members of the service, and to Port Moresby come samples for testing from as far away as the British Solomon Islands Protectorate. The local bamboo makes a most effective container for the blood venules and brings a touch of the jungle to the gleaming equipment of the laboratory. A native pathologist, trained in the latest and most highly efficient laboratory techniques, is here seen making blood smears which he checks through a microscope. Today, more natives than ever before are becoming skilled specialists in a world of specialization. In the towns and villages, increasing numbers of Papuan and New Guinea people are becoming blood donors. They come willingly to the blood banks in the realization that their blood can help someone in hospital less fortunate than themselves and possibly save his life. Considerable stocks of blood are kept constantly under refrigeration, but there is always the danger of demand exceeding supply, and so, for the present, there can never be too many donors. Situated at the mouth of the Markham River in Huon Gulf is Lae, the third town of the territory and an important administrative centre, air terminal, and in recent years, seaport. Prior to 1945, the shipping facilities of Lae were poor, but due to the construction of extensive harbour works, the town now enjoys considerable sea trade. Away from the main commercial centre, the local branch of the Red Cross Society has built a hostel for the people of outlying stations who visit Leh for medical attention. Among spacious lawns and tall, cool trees, patients can relax and recuperate, secure in the knowledge that here they will receive the best of medical attention. A typical visitor is the wife of a medical assistant at an Eastern Highlands post. She has come to Leh for treatment and is met by local Red Cross volunteers who settle her into the hostel with a friendly welcome. And of course, before long, there's a cup of tea. The road to the hospital in Leh may not look quite the same as the main roads we're accustomed to. It may be more bumpy, and war wrecks are still to be seen in the bay. But the patients who eagerly await the arrival of the voluntary hospital visitors need the same understanding and comfort as do hospital patients the world over. The all-important comic. Or a new dress. The softly spoken thank you or the shy smile of pleasure acknowledges the happiness the visitor brings. The comforts the patients long for are the same the world over. This old gentleman really means a king-size cigarette when he asks for one. This happens to be the local fashion, and the local newspaper proprietor claims that his is the most smoked newspaper in the world. Small boys love to climb trees, and there are plenty of both in the territory. This little fellow tumbled from a tall coconut palm. The appeal of sick children is universal, and compassion that knows no boundaries of race or colour helps to banish the loneliness and fear of strange surroundings. Junior Red Cross, with its aims of service to others, health, education and international friendship, plays a valuable part in the training and development of Papuan and New Guinea children. Founded in 1914, the Junior Red Cross has been established in 83 countries around the world. And it is from these children that the nurses and doctors, teachers and leaders of tomorrow will come. Among the foothills of the island of New Britain lies Rabaul, the territory's second largest town and a major shipping and aviation centre. From Nonga Hospital in Rabaul, a Red Cross mobile blood transfusion unit is about to set out on a visit to a native village. The unit will collect blood from the regular donors of the village and will try to recruit new donors. Having prepared, the unit sets off into one of the most rugged areas of the territory, the Tolai country. The villagers, it seems, have been expecting them, and they extend a vigorous welcome to Sister Tweedy, a senior member of the unit. Having arrived, there is much to be done. Tables and equipment to be set up, instruments to prepare. Activity that is watched with great interest by the natives. Until recently, the people of the territory were reluctant to become donors. They believed that their blood would be used for sorcery and evil would be worked against them. They were convinced that should their blood fall into the hands of anyone not of their tribe, not of one talk, they would be in great danger. Many hours of patient effort, explanation and encouragement, and years of handling the native donors with gentleness and consideration have slowly allayed these fears. Today, Red Cross workers have won the friendship and cooperation of the people of Papua and New Guinea. Now they trust and respect the Red Cross and understand this vital service. Even the women are becoming blood donors, anxious to participate in this branch of medical science which promises a better life for themselves and their children. Their mission complete, the unit heads back to Rabaul with its precious life-saving cargo. The people of Papua and New Guinea are a happy, intelligent people. Slow to trust, yet eager to learn, they've travelled a long way in a short time. But we must continue to help them. The Australian Red Cross is doing all it can to promote and encourage this progress. Improving communications will increase the speed of their advance. Behind them, the taboos and witchcraft of the medicine man, the prehistoric customs and tribal hatreds. Before them, the wonders of modern medicine, carried to the furthest limits of the territory by modern transportation. In Papua and New Guinea, the Australian Red Cross Society is confidently working for the future.